The decision to nix the Pledge of Allegiance spurs USA chant at Minnesota City Council meeting. Minnesota. No Pledge of Allegiance at the beginning of their meetings. I wonder whose district that could be. Let's scroll down. St. Louis Park is a suburb of Minneapolis and is represented by Congress by Democrat Representative Ilhan Omar. Surprise, surprise, surprise. In the district that she runs, their meetings will no longer start with the Pledge of Allegiance. They said, not everyone who does business with the city or has a conversation is a citizen, she said. They certainly don't need to come into city council chambers and pledge their allegiance to our country in order to tell us what their input is about a sidewalk in front of their home. Council member Ann Mavati, who sponsored the rule change, said, except for one thing. You guys can still do the Pledge of Allegiance. The Americans can still do the Pledge of Allegiance. I don't think anybody expects people from a foreign country to do the Pledge of Allegiance that are not converted to citizens. That would be really weird and out of place. When I visit foreign countries, I will stand for their flag, but I'm not going to swear allegiance to it. That would be ridiculous because it would be a lie, and I'm proud to be an American. Unlike Ilhan Omar and her posse. Hello and welcome to the Tea Party Hardy channel, where the party is just getting started. Current events looked at through a skeptical eye using science, history, and sometimes humor to explore the events of the day. Let's get down to business. Is it any worse out there than that? Oh, maybe. It turns out that this country was founded on white supremacy, according to Beto O'Rourke, as he speaks with Tennessee immigrants. And you never know anymore when they say immigrants. Do they mean immigrants or do they mean illegal aliens? You just don't know. But Beto O'Rourke wants to become the president of a country that he believes was founded on white supremacy. No, I believe it was founded on the Declaration of Independence and the idea of no taxation without representation. I've read the founding documents, and I don't remember saying, oh, and Whitey is the one that rules. Yeah. Now, I'm not saying the South didn't have their way. Don't get me wrong. But we were not founded on white supremacy. We were founded on freedom and liberty and representation, equal representation, no taxation without representation. And they don't want to do the pledge in their districts. They're telling everyone that we were we're not going to elect you guys. We're not. And when you look at the situation with Ilhan Omar, because some people, they did something. The decision to nix the Pledge of Allegiance spurs USA chant at the Minnesota City Council. That's right. The voters who will hopefully take a stance. The protesters were out in force in Minnesota City this week, upset over the City Council's decision to stop reciting the Pledge of Allegiance at the start of their meetings. Now, it is possible that in real life, nobody cares about the pledge. What they care about is this continuing destruction of what it is to be an American. Now we're told by one Colin Kaepernick that the Betsy Ross flag, which was never called the Betsy Ross flag before this week, the colonial flag, is racist? No! And dear viewers, dear listeners, please be advised, the United States of America, when it was founded in 1776, was not, oh, get ready, because you're not going to believe me, was not a slave country. Yes, it was. No, it wasn't. Half of it was. The South was a slave country. The North was absolutely not a slave country. And for all the people that are swallowing the indoctrination that this was a slave country, well, then you are pushing out of history all of the abolitionists who fought for 2 generations and succeeded in getting rid of slavery. They didn't exist if you say this was a slave country. Poof, they're gone. All of their fighting, all of their legacy, poof, gone. No, you didn't exist. It wasn't foreigners that came in and said, get rid of the slavery. It was the people in the North that were the abolitionists. There were abolitionists in the South, too. It was just really, really dangerous to be an abolitionist in the South. And I could go on and on and on about the history of what is happening in America and how they just keep trashing through falsification what happened. I'm okay with pointing out the fact that certain things happened, of course. But to deny that the North was free is, you never ever hear that the North was free. It was split. That's why we had the Missouri Compromise. That's why we eventually had the Civil War. You don't have to have a civil war if the whole freaking thing is a slave country. You don't. We would have stayed a slave country, at least for a while. And, I'm not going to do the end. I could go on forever, and I don't want to. I got to get back to work. So there's this. I wanted to cover these two stories. There's another story I really want to cover about the flash robs, but I'm not, because it just makes me so mad. And I'll just tell you this. In the video I was going to make of the flash robs, which I'm not going to do, and I've got all the videos, I've got everything all set up to do it. I don't have the time to do it, and I just don't have the attitude. It just infuriates me that these flash robs that keep happening, and I've got several examples, you can find them yourself. They are completely without diversity. They're 100% one group of people. And the idea that the social justice warriors aren't attacking them going, we celebrate diversity. You can't have a flash mob that is 100%. Look at the videos. I'm not even allowed to say anymore. I'm not even allowed. This is the horror of the country we live in right now. You can't even state the sky is blue. Oh, I'm in trouble now. You can't state that flash robs and flash mobs, same thing, are all 100%, look at the videos, one group of people. And they are the ones saying that the other folk have privilege. Pretty sure you don't know what privilege means. If you're allowed to storm into a store, take anything you want, storm out, you don't even have representation of people from Korea or India or the Philippines or Alaska or Hawaii or pick a freaking country. No. You're 100% exclusive. One group. And none of the ones I just mentioned. You don't have diversity. You don't have tolerance. No, you just have thieving, going in, taking everything you want. And none of them get busted. Time and time again in all the stories. The same thing that keeps happening in both of the stories that I'm not going to cover. You're just not going to see it. No, not going to do it. Not going to talk about it. The two things you're going to see in the stories I'm not going to talk about are that, it's a bunch of teenagers. Look at the video. They're in their 20s and 30s. That ain't teenagers. Why do they say that they're teenagers then? Because if they're all underage, you don't have to pursue them as hard, and you don't have to prosecute them because they're all underage. Even though they're 20 and 30 in the videos, I'm not saying there's not teenagers there, but the mass majority of them is 20 and 30s. But I'm not going to talk about that. I'm not going to talk about the fact that all the stories have the same byline, which is, and none of them have been caught. You're looking at their faces. You can see them better than on their school IDs if they went to school. Yeah. But I'm not going to make that video. I don't have time. And it would get censored. Because now we live in an era where censorship is everywhere. By the people that don't have privilege with the most privilege of all. So if you want to be an American, Ilhan Omar, some people did something, then allow the people in your district to pledge allegiance if they so choose. Don't tell people, Beto O'Rourke, whether they be illegal immigrants, visiting immigrants. If they're illegals, send them home. Let them help their country. Let us help our country that was not founded on white supremacy. You big goofball. And that's all I got to say about that. This video went way over time, and I need to get back to work. I hope you guys are well. Hope you're having a great summer. When the summer's over, I will be posting a lot more because I will have a lot more time. And hopefully by then I'll be calmed down about the flash mobs. We hope you enjoyed the content. And if you did, feel free to like, subscribe. Come on back anytime. You're always welcome here as part of the family. And we'll see you in the future.